Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you are following us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Give us a 5-star rating. It massively helps us out. Enjoy.
Because Arsenal are in a title race, whether people like it or not. They are.
How long into the season? 31 games, 32 games before you go fucking...
No.
They could do it.
Look, if everyone stays fit, maybe they could have a chance.
But it's not just that though, is it?
But I don't think you can last.
We're building.
Especially once the
we're buying in
on.
January.
Who?
Vlahovic.
Ivan Toney.
And Ivan Toney.
So you always say these
Milinkovic-Savic.
Yuri Tielemans, mate.
Look,
finally.
Saka gets
all
injured.
the Tielemans propaganda.
Saka gets injured. What happens? Reece Nelson comes on. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? That is an unbelievable...
I'm so happy for him.
I think you're guaranteed almost to get top 4.
Guaranteed almost top 4.
Yeah, I think so. Unless of a massive fall-off.
That is a disgrace to sport. It's first or second.
No, there's nothing wrong with saying that because that would have been the goal this season, right?
Oh, yeah.
But we're finishing second.
But most football...
I think if Arsenal can win the league, hear me out here, we're in the title race. Simple as that. Because Arsenal will drop 8 points, maybe more this season. And that means if Arsenal are in the title race, that means City are going to drop a lot of points. That means we're in it.
You know what's pretty mad? Is that how many games into the season are we?
Imagine Newcastle in the
12 games.
Yeah, we're in it.
12 games into the season.
What are we in today? What is this?
12 games. And every week everyone goes, they'll fall off. They're going to fall off. They're going to fall off.
The one thing that
they haven't.
Could help you is that the World Cup. And it's kind of one of them.
Help.
Yeah, because it's a weird season, isn't it?
No, but surely that's worse because the momentum of teams like Liverpool, etc., that are downwards trajectory, whereas we're doing well. We're in, like a bit.
But then look at the big play. De Bruyne is going to be playing to the latter stages.
Jesus will be. Does he play for Brazil?
Does he start for Brazil now?
He might do. He's in good form.
We got a fair few internationals. Gabriel, but pretty much the whole back line.
Also, I think Arsenal always have a big injury somewhere.
We are due one. We're counting our lucky stars at the moment. Well, Saka's gone off. It looks like maybe a knock.
Yeah,
hopefully not too bad.
Should be fine.
You know what you got to bear with injuries at the moment? Any player like Saka gets a knock, he's like, I got a World Cup soon. I'm going to come off.
Yeah.
Like they're just not even risking anything at the moment.
It is. And that's why you saw the likes of Varane when people were taking the piss out of him for crying. Mate, this guy's just got injured and he thinks he's out of the World Cup.
Yeah.
Do you know how rough that is on a player?
Last one. I'll let
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I mean, he's got like 6 Champions Leagues and all that.
What do you make of Arteta? Doing a fantastic job. Pep round 2. Pep volume 2. Could be better than Pep.
I mean, you come onto a show and you be like, I'm going to be fair today, and then you get...
Hang on, we said Ten Hag was good. That's the reverse.
Yeah, but calm down. You're saying Pep Mark 2.
He only Theo's only
Pep
saying it
so
in terms
bored.
of...
Is he going to go?
Pep got so bored with the Prem, he just made Arteta to battle him.
This is like literally listening to Sport Bible.
He's a personification
Arteta
of
openly
that.
admitted that he just chats to Pep every week.
Yeah, I bet they do.
They in cahoot.
Yeah, but no. I think Arteta's done a good job and he's been better than I thought he was. But you've also got to bear in mind, he's spent a lot of money and he's given a lot more time than most other managers would have been given.
Though.
Finished 8th and 8th. Like if you're
FA Cup.
Actually, I was going to say, if you're at Man United or Chelsea or somewhere, you're probably gone for doing that. Normally, you'd think if you're at Arsenal and that happens, you're gone for that. So he was given the benefit of time.
Yes.
And I think one of the things that has impressed me with Arsenal is everything above him seems to be ticking along at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I don't think the owner is going to be someone that keeps chucking money at things. I think it was a necessity. But yeah, he has to deliver this season, Champions League football, because if he doesn't, I'm not saying he gets sacked.
I genuinely think it's
unrealistic.
We're a bowling ball at the moment.
And I think you're also a very emotional team, like the fan base.
Yeah, absolutely.
So a defeat, and I think...
Yeah.
But we had a defeat, and we bounced straight back from it. We're winning games that normally...
I think the Leeds win was impressive.
We're winning games that we don't normally win. Do you know what I mean? When we shouldn't win.
Yeah, and you have that... This is why I think you start to believe, when people get penalties and they didn't get taken off them and all this kind of stuff in the last minute, and then you go, "Oh, hold on."
Yeah.
It's that
happening.
These kind of moments
that happens in the season where you think, "Whoa."
Yeah. But Liverpool have felt like that a lot over the last 2 years, and haven't come out with.
If you're a Liverpool fan, you'd be feeling hard done by over the last few years because you've been arguably one of the best Liverpool sides in a long, long time. But City exist.
Yeah,
and you can say that about Arsenal right now, but there's something in the air.
I think Liverpool's board have done Klopp over. so bad. So bad.
with the recruitment.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
with-
think
with
the Liverpool
amount of money
fans
that
are
he's
kind of
been
just
allowed to have. Yeah,
happy and happy-go-lucky, and it's been a great ride, and they're appreciative of the players, the squad, and the manager. So because they love the players, the squad, and the manager, they don't want to seem ungrateful or like, you know, kind of bringing a negative cloud around that team that they love. But really, they should be on the owner's case. Like, how have you not backed this manager? The only manager that could compete with Pep over the last couple of years,
It's Klopp.
and this summer you gave him Arthur, bro. That's like us getting Igalo, you know. That is meant. Like, what is happening there?
Do you know what? It's not just that though. Like Liverpool have been so unlucky with injuries.
yeah.
No, but that comes down to having. Why is Milner still there? Like, I mean, it's all due respect. Why is Milner still there?
They're
Like,
arguably the same team.
why is your team still the same team?
Yeah.
You had Origi and all these guys there for so long.
Yeah, man.
They should have been moved on, and I think because you kind of fall in love with certain things. It's like us with United under the Glazers, with Fergie. And that. You know the manager's the guy, so you kind of like just he's got this. But really, you needed more backing. Do you know what I mean? And I think you could kind of, obviously he's not as great as Fergie, but you could kind of put him in the same bracket where with a little bit more money spent, maybe City don't have as many titles.
It's testament to how good Klopp is that no matter how bad of a like losing / poor streak they'll go on, not a single Liverpool fan will go, Klopp's fault. It's always higher above, or you know, something else is the reason. It's never Jurgen Klopp, which I think just shows.
Do you
like,
think
how
he
adored
could
he is.
go though? Like, I don't think he'll ever be sacked,
I don't think you can sack Jurgen Klopp.
but I think he's one of those guys that kind of,
Knows when it's
you know,
time.
once the love or it
Yeah.
feels stale, I think he's like, all right, lads, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they have to. What now? Because you know targets change in a season, don't they?
Yeah, objectives. do,
What's Liverpool's target this season? Europa?
They have to go top 4.
Still Champions League. I still
it's
think they're in the
top four
Champions
still.
League mix.
Do you think?
United will drop points because we're going to be inconsistent. I think we will get top 4, but we will be up and down a bit. A few injuries can rock
Hang
us.
on a minute. So you think United will get top 4? And you think Liverpool?
So at the start of the season, I thought the top 4 was going to be Liverpool, City, Spurs, defo. And then the bottom space is fought between United, Arsenal, Chelsea. That's what I thought would happen.
Yeah, that's fair.
Now
I mean,
I'm
that's pretty
beginning to think
standard.
City are guaranteed and the rest is open.
Really?
Yeah, I think Arsenal will get it and I think United will get it. That's my prediction.
Can I throw-
But I think it's all open.
Go on.
Don't be surprised if some of those clubs don't.
I'm not just saying this. I honestly believe from the bottom of my heart that Newcastle United
The way they like.
could get
Thank
top 4.
you.
Yeah.
People are ignoring it.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. They could, but
Because they'll probably build in January,
I
right?
called it since last season. If
They're
you go
going
from
to
January,
improve.
our form is like better than these teams in the top 4. We're like third from
They're
January.
going to build in
You're
January.
actually, I would say you're actually second now because
I
it was,
think we
it was
are.
City, Liverpool, and then Newcastle, wasn't it, before the season started? And obviously now, Liverpool
This is why
have dropped
I'm
off, so
sort
it
of
must be you.
I'm with yous with the Arsenal thing because you're sort of getting slept on at the same time, and I'm like, these big teams who are normally around the top, they're just like, no, they'll jump off. They don't pay attention, but before you know it, we're above Chelsea.
no, I just don't think Arsenal are going to win the league. That's not saying they're going to have a huge drop off.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I just don't think you're gonna, I don't think it's
still
reasonable. I don't
still
think it's even
City will
reasonable
win.
to think
I
they're
still
going to
think
win.
City will win, but I think we'll give them.
I don't think he got enough
fucking good
goals
go.
outside of Jesus as well, and Jesus ain't even.
Scored 5 against Forest and Jesus didn't score.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Do you
Where's
think you're
Forest?
more likely to get top 4 than Newcastle?
Yeah,
You reckon?
I know.
The thing is with Arsenal now, though,
That's not crazy.
That's mental.
We've got a better manager, and we've got
But you're
better
better
players.
manager.
Of course, we've got a better manager.
He's spent half his time in
that's-
basically the French league.
Eddie Howe won't even be at Newcastle in 2 seasons.
Eddie Howe is our Ferguson, mate. He'll be there in 10 years.
Oh Jesus!
I'll cut
There's
you
a
off.
reason you're behind over there.
Hey,
you know.
I called Almiron having a better season than Grealish. I called top 4. I'm telling you, you'll just slowly realise that I'm right. We'll get to the end of the season. We'll
You're
be
not
4th or
right.
3rd, and you'll be like, bloody hell,
Hey,
you knew what he was
hey.
on about.
Hey, did
Oh,
you,
really?